Welcome back, viewers and subscribers. It's your girl, Star Flames. If you're new, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and join the family. Now, guys, in this video, we're going to talk about is Kim Kardashian being orchestrated to set up Ye. Let's talk about it, shall we? Because as you guys know, Ye has been going through it a lot, and he told us that this would have happened. He told us that they would be coming after him with back-to-back lawsuits to ensure that he spends every dime he earns defending these lawsuits until he's completely broke and homeless. I've done a few reports, sharing articles to back up those statements with you guys, so you can check out my previous videos on Ye, right? So the reason why I'm, really looking at Kim, wondering if, Kim is being put in the position to, basically help, ruin Ye completely, is because every time Ye is doing well, every time he achieves something that is really good, what happens is that we see Kim Kardashian coming out, making some type of complaint, saying that, she has to raise the kids by herself and all of that. So as to, trick Ye into so as to trick Ye into coming back to the United States after he has been staying away just to avoid the frivolous lawsuits that, he's been hit with. So in case you don't know, there's a little Raleigh, a terrorist attack declared on Ye. I laugh, but it's not funny. It's just my terminology that I've used. Why I laughed, because oftentimes when I think about it, I'm saying to myself, this is literally like a terrorist attack. I don't know what else to say, right? So, as I was saying, if you notice, every time Kim complains about, Ye doing something, there's a lawsuit that always follows up. Now, we know that oftentimes the media outlets put out reports, and in these reports, they do lie on Kim. I'm going to acknowledge that. But this time around, we definitely saw Kim doing that podcast interview right after Ye bought his Beverly Hills mansion. Kim, was like, she have to raise the kids all by herself, and we know that is not true. And I mean, if Kim really even cared about her kids having a father, she would know why it is that the father of the kids try to stay away as often as he can. It's not as though he wants to. It is because he's genuinely not safe in LA. And I don't know if many people have picked up on that so far. He's genuinely not safe there. And when Ye is out of LA, wherever he is, we see the industry plant, Harley Pasternak, following him because they're still out to get him. I want to encourage you guys to look at that Sloan Bella's video on the honeycombing of Ye's mind, wherein Sloan talk about him, getting consistently attacked by a group of people. Now, she didn't specify to say what group, but, sometimes people are tight-lipped when it comes to some things because of specific reason. You cannot observe something happening around you and not learn from it. Sometimes it's not even fear, but it's just that sometimes if you don't have to bring on certain things on yourself, you just have to be tactful about it. So I believe Sloan Bella is just being tactful and not bringing on unnecessary stress or drama in her life. But if you watch the video, you would definitely get a sense of what Sloan Bella has said. And that video was done, I think, 3 to 4 years ago. And she has been right on the money up to this point on everything. So I'm just saying that, I'm just wondering, is it the case that someone is basically telling Kim, you have to do this. If you don't do this, you will lose this and you will lose that. Because remember, do you guys remember that Drink Champ interview that they dubbed as, being whatever? And when you go back through that Drink Champs interview, you realize that Ye did a lot of revelation on the industry in that interview. He basically said that, they do a lot of trading in Hollywood. He used one particular phrase that is very troubling to myself and a lot of people even up to this day, wherein he said, sometimes it's like, give us the kids and we'll do Balenciaga. And then many people reconnected, that statement that he made with an interview that Kim did. I think it was on Angie Martinez's podcast, wherein she was like, sometimes, we don't even know if we're going to make it through the night. And the sense that I'm getting, based on all the information that Sloan Bella has shared, Hollywood is like a game. And whenever you're not of value to them, what they do, it's basically like your number gets called and it's time for you to go. They're going to take you out. No, this is all allegedly because we really have nothing to back up these statements, right? But she spoke about this, when she channeled Whitney Houston. She said her number was called. She played their game and her number was called. So I'm just referencing that to say, I'm wondering if it is the case that Kim is being orchestrated to set these little fires here and there, and then because many people don't know or understand the depths of what is going on, then everyone will start saying, you know what, it's true, Ye doesn't spend time with his kids or none of that jazz. If you guys also remember, Ye was even at one point told to stay away from his kids' school games. And he was like, I'm showing up for my kids. I'm not showing up for none of y'all. I'm showing up for my kids. When I come here, I don't talk to none of y'all. I don't bother none of y'all. So all you guys need to do is just to return the favor and we're good. He stood his grounds on that. And they were complaining to Kim saying that, they don't want Ye there. And, in that sense, Kim still stood up for him. She said, you know what? He is just coming to support his kids. I can't force him to stay away. Even if I tell him, he's not going to. And you guys know that he's sensitive about his kids. So, Kim stood up in that moment and the entire thing was shut down. Luckily, right? So, I'm just saying that through every step of the way, there's literally mind games being played. And, people really don't pay attention to these things. And the world shouldn't be this tedious where people have to be, brainstorming through these things. It shouldn't have to be this way. No one is perfect. And yes, we know that. Ye is definitely not perfect, definitely not free of blame. But there's one thing that anyone who have been paying attention must realize by this, and that is the lawsuits, they are not real. Yes, someone comes out. Yes, someone is accusing him of doing something, but it's not real, right? And I'm just saying, every time Ye is doing something good, every time he's doing something amazing, Kim complains about something, and then Ye gets hit with another lawsuit. Also, where on earth do you see someone get hit with this many lawsuits? There isn't a month that goes by that Ye is not faced with a lawsuit. And I do believe that Ye needs to hire some experts, some high profile attorney at this point, and he needs something, some resolution needs to, come up. He needs to either declare himself legally dead so that no one can take any actions against him, or he needs to seek political asylum in another country, because I do believe he has enough evidence to back up his claims, even though wherever he goes, they're going to send people, to spy on him, to watch him, and to see how close they can get to him. And that is why when Bianca Sensori was in Australia, visiting her family, Ye had his friends, 88 Keys and Oz Taylor, around him, because some people can't be bought. Some people cannot be bought. And I have to say kudos to, 80 Keys and to his friends, everyone from Chance to everyone who has been standing by him, looking out for him and help to protect him from the evil that lurks around him. But you know what's going to happen? This is what is going to happen, because Sloan Bella also told us that Ye was sent here on a specific mission. He's going to realize that he's leading God's people down the wrong path, and he's going to, start the journey again. And that is why they fragmented his mind, because they know too that Ye is here on a special mission. And anyone who is on this earth that is here to help save and awaken the people, those people are faced with major challenges, difficult fights, right? It's extremely harder for people like those, right? You could be here on a special mission as well, and you may not even be aware of it. Maybe through Ye's experience and through, people talking about Ye, you may realize that there's some, similarities, and then you may eventually connect the dot. But I'm just saying that, this cannot continue forever. It's not going to continue forever. And I believe that this is what is going to help propel Ye into the direction that he needs to get back into. And I believe that, do you know how when you experience consistent, setbacks, consistent disappointment, but for some reason, oftentimes the disappointment pushes you in the right direction that you need to go, or you can use it as a stepping stool to greater things. I believe that is exactly what Ye is going to do. He's going to use it as a stepping stool to get back into his church, and he's going to start leading the people down the correct path. Now, also, I don't think people, are really smart. Many people, it's not that they're stupid either. I believe that people and their zealous nature doesn't allow them to think clearly, because Ye has 4 kids, and what we're experiencing today, the kids are going to grow up to learn exactly what happened to their father, who has been doing what. And when the kids grow up to learn about these things, if the mom is involved and if the family is involved, it's going to cause the kids to resent that family. The kids are going to want to break away from that family. And if there's, other general members of the public that are involved, the kids will expose anyone that is involved. So while they think that they may be fighting Ye, and while Ye might be alone today with no protection, that's not going to always be the case. Remember, Ye has 4 kids that cares about him, loves about him, and many people are going to have to answer to what they have done to those kids' father, including Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner. They may not have to answer today, but you bet your ass they're going to have to give an account for everything that they've done. Don't think that you can just, have your way with this man and, the kids are a little bit and when they grow up, they're going to move on. No, they're not going to move on. They're not going to move on. They're going to make it their duty to ensure that justice is served. And that is what I believe. That's what I believe. And you can literally see it going on as we speak, because those kids, they are very much West. They are very much unapologetic in their statement. They are very much not someone who you can control. No, I have another video coming up, guys, wherein we're going to talk about is Kim trying to mind control North, because there are a few people on the internet who said that they have seen, suggestions that Kim is, trying to mind control North. And I'm going to share with you guys exactly what they have highlighted, because they're not just saying this, they're backing up their statement with solid, inadmissible examples. But guys, I hope what I've just said makes sense. I hope it resonates. And as I've said, the only thing we all need to do as a collective, if it's someone that that is being gang stalked, because this is gang stalking, and it could be that Kim is being threatened to do these things, like you better do this or else, So this is gang stalking, and it gives the sense that Kim is being orchestrated to consistently attack him. But I think that is why we also see Ye showing more kindness to her, because there's something unique about Ye. He loves the people that attacks him. He tends to show them more love and more empathy, and that normally wins for him, because every time they come against him and every time they do something malicious, that individual really, really gets exposed. It's either they're caught into something or something goes downhill for them that truly exposes their true nature. I may not always talk about it, because sometimes when unpleasantries happen to people, we should only be observers, learning from that individual's mistake. We don't have to learn from our mistakes. We can learn from others' mistakes. But I want to hear from you. Do you think that Kim is being orchestrated against you? Leave a comment below. Remember, while you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up. Share, stay safe, and see you guys later. Bye, guys.